A lot of you guys have asked about how we handle school with Miss Ad. This year we're doing something a little bit different than what we've done in the past. Good afternoon. We are at camp. It is the weekend and it is sunny and warm finally, so just hanging out outside after a little bit of time spent this morning getting things scheduled for the beginning of the week, and then also getting groceries ordered so that we can tape our 2 final shows, one's before and one's after Christmas. But we're gonna go ahead and do that pimento cheese like a lot of folks were asking for, so that was an easy, we know how to do that, and that'll be a really quick and easy recipe. And then we won't have a Thursday video the week of Christmas because people traditionally don't tune in as much right after Christmas, and so we'll just go ahead and do a Foodie Friday that week. And Foodie Friday is going to be, fingers crossed, my mom's cheesy garlic bread, but done in the air fryer. So it's a recipe we've made years and years and years in the oven, so I'm gonna just try and convert it to the air fryer so the carb lovers in my family can have some cheesy bread. So we're gonna do that and see how it turns out. I think that we're pretty solid on both of those things, but that means we have a short taping week this week. If it stays warm, hopefully we're gonna get to hike or do something a little bit more outdoors than just hanging out. But today, I'm hanging out in the hammock with a good book, and Addie's doing some computer work, and the puppies are playing in the pen, and Mikey is off to a radio show. So he just left and was heading there to do, it's a few hours, it's a live radio show anyhow. So he's doing that. We got about another week where we're at before we head to one of our final stops on this trip, one of our favorite places. So I'm really excited about that coming up, but right now I'm gonna just get caught up on some reading, and the puppies are gonna play, and so that's all for today. Grocery order so that tomorrow we can pick up the groceries and probably either tomorrow or Tuesday do the tapings to get it done. I'm notoriously bad at trying to get fire started, so I've made my attempt. Mikey usually does the fires. We'll see. It's going for now. We'll see if I can get it going. I want to get it going before it gets too cold out so that we can enjoy it, and then when it gets too cold we'll go inside. It's starting and probably going out. Are you almost done with the book?
Yes. Like, I am 3 pages away from the end.
Oh my goodness.
Oh! I am realizing things that I never realized. Mommy!
Y'all, I made fire. Good morning. Mikey is off to get our grocery pickup. I am working on editorial calendar from now through the end of Christmas and actually the end of the year, so that to make Aunt Lou happy, because I've been behind on saying what was going out each day and that holds up Aunt Lou from being able to do what she's supposed to do. And so it was time for me to do my job, so I sat down and I've been working on editorial, and that's been kind of fun, planning out what all the recipes are going to be for the end of the year on into, and also planning some of the videos. So been working on that. It's grocery pickup day, like I said. It's also Amazon pickup day because Miss Ad and I were hoping to hit a bookstore this weekend. We've been reading some series together, and so we weren't able to hit the bookstore to use the coupon I had. So instead, I ended up ordering from Amazon, and then it's being delivered to the locker that's close by here, so I have to go get that today. So we'll have a new book series to read. What else? Oh, we got to go back to the Amazon locker tomorrow because what is it? Oh, the batteries for the vlogging cameras. Somehow the batteries made it into the bag, the cameras made it into the bag, but the battery charger did not make it into the bag. So thankfully we were able to order that, and then we'll go pick that up tomorrow. But today I think we need to do some recipe testing. We are converting my mom's cheesy garlic bread into an air fryer recipe. And then I've already tested and know, because I've made it several times, our pimento cheese is the other video, but we probably won't tape videos until tomorrow. So we can do testing today and then do some taping tomorrow, and that actually gets us through Christmas, because this is a short taping week. So I'm really excited about getting all that done. I need to get a lot of writing done today. But it's really cold today. Yesterday it was 75. Today it's 48. So I don't know. We are on a roller coaster weather-wise in Texas. So hope it gets it out of its system, because yesterday was such a lovely day. I had so much fun just kind of being outside and absorbing the sunshine. But that's all that's going on right now, and hopefully Mikey will be back with the groceries. Another thing though, this time grocery pickup was not so kind to us. 7 items were out of stock, and we're like talking like bottled water kind of items, not like absurd items. And then they substituted 2 items. So I'm not sure what's going on over there, but Mikey's having to make an additional stop. Again, he is boycotting going inside that Walmart because of how hectic it was before. He's going to go to a different store to get the bottled water and the things that were missing from the list. But and then I think he's also going to have laundry day. So today is just a get things done day. So he's going to do laundry, and I think we're going to reorganize parts of the trailer. We always have to do that because everything gets into such a mess so easily. Well, Mikey went and got the groceries, and I think he's going to test the garlic bread later tonight. And we're going to tape tomorrow. He's been doing the laundry, and he's going to go get our Amazon pickup. In the meantime, I'm making us dinner. One of the things that they didn't have at the store was pork shoulder steaks, which is how we normally make our pork chili verde. So he had to stop at another grocery store, and they didn't either, but they had pork shoulder. So that's what I got down in there. I'm gonna make it in the Instant Pot so that it keeps the air fryer for him for his bread test tonight. So I'm I have to plan things through that way. This is just for us to enjoy, and I'm making just altering the recipe so that it'll work.
Your bed is so comfortable.
I know. Don't you love my bed?
I could like do this on my bed, but I would hit my head really hard.
So it's not the mattress, it's the distance from the roof.
The chill room.
Maybe we need to move you from the top bunk at some point.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to the bunk.
Well, we'll have to talk to Dad. Okay. Well, Miss Ad's and Ollie. Where'd he go? Does he not have his...
No, he has a stick.
He has a stick.
He's camera shy.
Oh, okay. Could you have a seat, please? Oh, you're being hid by the boxes. Okay.
Here we go.
We are here because we're going to do an unboxing real quick of all the Amazon packages Daddy picked up for us. So some of them, a couple of these things are for me and Miss Ad to read together. And then one of them is because we are forgetful and forgot things at home. And I think that's this one. So let's go on and open this. Or do you want to open it?
I'll open it.
I'll start this one while she's got that one going. I don't think so. You're going to have to use your fingernails. Would you like some? I didn't know the unboxing was going to be violent. I would have given a warning. Oh my goodness. Okay. This was officially the thing that's not for you. These are batteries. We've unboxed this on a vlog before. On a different trip. Before we forgot these at home.
Memory of this.
Yes. So we needed the charger and the batteries, so now we have, so we can do vlogs on here, so that's good. All right,
on through the paper package.
There we go. Pull it out.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a Jesus.
It's a Jesus thing by Scott Kelby. This is something. Oh, this is interesting. I love Scott Kelby's photography. He has photography tutorials.
Ooh.
Ollie's being loud. And I noticed when I was looking at his photography books that he had something about faith in there, and I thought, well, that's interesting. I haven't seen that. And so these are like little excerpts that I thought maybe we could go through.
Pretty.
So I'm not recommending yet because I haven't read it, but we definitely are gonna check it out. So there we go. All right, and I think this is the one you've been waiting for.
Yes.
Yes.
You
so,
that one.
Yeah, Miss Ad and I have been reading the Hunger Games together.
Yes.
So we're almost through.
You got stuff on your elbow.
Oh. We're almost through.
What is that?
I don't know. Oh, I think that's where I burned myself the other day. It's
okay?
a burn, yeah. We're almost through the end of the Hunger Games series.
We're on the last book.
We're on the last book this week. We're reading about a book a week. So we decided we needed to get some more series. We were going to go to Barnes & Noble the other day, but it was just too hectic with all the holiday traffic. So I picked out a couple different series.
I think those books are going to take a bit more than a week.
You think?
Yeah, those are way thicker.
Uh-oh, my thing fell here.
Oh, no.
There we go. No,
No.
maybe. There we go.
No, we'll do this. We'll do this.
So I bought two series for us to go through.
Yes.
One is similar to the Hunger Games in
Another
that
dystopian?
it's another dystopian series, and that would be the Divergent series. So we're going to read that one together. They're a little bit thicker.
Yeah, Divergent, Insurgent,
Allegiant,
and 4.
Yes, 4 is the is like a novella that goes with it, I think. So, anyhow, those of you familiar, I'm sorry, it cut our head off. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah. this. We do this. Scrunch.
And then the other series is the Grisha Trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I've read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, which is a part of this fantasy world. But this is the series that actually comes before that I've heard a lot of people like. So we're going to try that.
Ooh.
Like that?
Yes.
So that's our little, I mean, if we can't go anywhere because it's 40 degrees outside, we can at least read, can't we?
The thing is, I don't think the people at home are going to be sad for us.
Oh yes, it's snowing back in Indiana right now, so I don't think any of our Hoosier friends are having much pity for me. Like when I'm texting and complaining about 40 degrees, they're like, yeah, I'm not hearing it. We don't care. It's snowing. Alrighty. Well, that was our unboxing. Our pork is taking a little bit longer, so I had to put it back under pressure. And Ollie's enjoying his bully stick. Aki's got his in there. They have to stay separated because they try to steal each other's. What are you doing?
I'm cutting bread.
Cutting bread? Are you testing the garlic cheese bread? All the things, right?
All the things.
I need to get you an apron.
Sorry.
And Addie's out there talking really loudly.
About the right thickness there, isn't it?
Yep. I think she's refereeing the boys out there.
Well, sometimes they need a little. Sometimes those boys need a little management.
Good afternoon. We just got back. We had to go get more bread because the bread we were going to use to test must have got water in it or something, so it molded, and so that would not have made for a good video or a good test. So we went and got that. We went and had lunch. Now we're back at camp. It's kind of chilly out. Not kind of, it is chilly out. So Mikey made me a fire. I'm gonna sit by the fire and work while he tapes the bread, tests and tapes the bread recipe. And then when he's done, we're gonna do the pimento cheese, and then hopefully all my work will be done and I can kind of chill because I worked late last night. Our internet is really slow here, so a lot of times we are uploading our videos for hours. It takes hours for it to upload, so that means I can't do the newsletters until the videos are uploaded. If you're not subscribed to our newsletter, link down below. I say that almost every video. Probably gonna always say it because it's like the surefire way for you to always know what's going on around here. But anyhow, we are still near Fort Worth, Texas. We are in Cedar Hill State Park. We're finishing up our time here before we head towards Dripping Springs, which is where the tail end of our trip will be. We'll be there for quite a while. That's where we're going to spend Christmas, and that's where we're going to hopefully meet up with some family. Mikey's going to do several shows in that area, and then it'll be time for us to head home, which feels really weird because usually we stay out a lot longer than this. So even though we've kind of changed how we do things, it just feels really weird to almost be done with this trip. It feels like we just started. Miss Ad just finished her last online class for the year, and I think it's a little bittersweet. She really enjoyed what we ended up doing this semester for school. So a lot of you guys have asked about how we handle school with Miss Ad, and so I thought I'd go over that a little bit. This year we're doing something a little bit different than what we've done in the past. When Miss Ad first started school, oh, here she comes. Is Dad done?
Yeah.
Is he ready to tape the pimento cheese?
What you just did?
No, ask him if he's ready to tape the pimento cheese.
Yeah.
Tell him I need pictures of the cheesy bread.
She needs pictures of the cheesy bread.
Well, tell her to come here. I'll eat it.
I gotta go take pictures. Hey guys, welcome back to my camper kitchen. I am Cris from recipes@crock.com, and today, after popular demand, I am showing you guys how to make pimento cheese. Okay, well, back to what I was saying about Addie's school. Today was the last day that she had her online classes. Her online classes with other teachers. This year we're doing something different. So let's go back to what we used to do. Back before we traveled, Addie went to a school that was a hybrid school. So she would do 3 days at home and 2 days at the center with her teacher. And her teacher would run the online classes from their home, and she would still have classes and still have assignments on the 3 days she was at home with Mom and Dad, but then she would go to the center and have the same teacher and the same classmates. And we loved that system, and we really loved the curriculum, which was K-12, which had a homeschool version too for a while. They may now still have it. I'll get to that in a minute. Anyhow, some things were changing with her school because of some educational things I'm not going to get into with our state. And it was making that school less, and all the things that we loved about that school were kind of being changed. And so we were looking for an alternative to that school when we decided to make a major life change and start traveling. So it all kind of fit all together. So what we did then was a really easy shift. We just shifted from the school she was going to, and we went full on homeschool with the same kind of materials. So the same materials, we went with the homeschool programs that went along with the curriculum she used to do. So we were doing K-12, and we've been doing K-12 ever since then. And then this year, when we were getting ready to buy our K-12 materials, we got a notification that they were doing away with a lot of the middle school programs, which was really, really frustrating because I had tried some other curriculums. Everybody's kids are different, but my kiddo, I just really liked the advanced nature of the K-12 program, and so I was a little frustrated because some of the other curriculums I had tried just did not even compare. So what we decided to do is go with another program, and we had her test through it to see where she was. And so what we ended up doing is skipping her ahead a few grades so that the curriculum was more challenging. And she's using an online program called Time4Learning, but she's actually doing freshman level classes as a 7th grader because that's kind of where she was in her learning with K-12. And we're doing that for now, but to supplement and also to get back to the teacher and classmate component that we loved about our hybrid school we used to go to, we found this online program called OutSchool. And so in OutSchool, you connect with teachers all over the nation and kiddos both all over the United States and then in other countries, based off of what topics or subject matters you want to do. And there's all kinds of classes. There's like free or flexible study, which means you just associate with your teacher each week and you get your assignments, and you know, and it's a very specific course. And then there's also classes that you can do, like she used to do online classes where you would meet up with your teacher and your classmates and you would have class. Sometimes you have homework, sometimes you don't. It depends on the class and depends on what you sign up for. And so we've been doing that this semester and had really, really good luck with it. We've had some really, really incredible teachers. It is really fun to see teachers totally in their element, being really, really excited about what they're teaching. It's cool to see the kids so into what they're talking about. So an example of a course that Addie took and just finished up, I think it probably was one of her favorites, is she took a course on Hamilton, which is based off the musical. And it was comparing the musical to the historical Hamilton. And so they went through the entire musical, they went through historical Hamilton, and they discussed it at length. I overheard a lot of those classes and I was just completely floored at how prepared the teacher was, how engaged the students were. It was just so much fun. And so we very much like OutSchool. I think we're actually going to sit down this week and plan out what she's going to do for OutSchool second semester. I think we ended up taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different OutSchool courses, and they all cost different amounts. They're different start dates, different times of the day. You literally get to choose whatever you want, and they all have different kinds of things. And I will say, of all of those, we only had one experience that I would say was less than ideal. And I don't know if it was just an off time. We were just really disappointed with that particular situation. However, the others were like by far amazing, incredible. We are definitely going to go back to all 4, or 1, 2, 3 teachers. One teacher we took 2 classes with. 3 of those teachers we're definitely seeking more courses from, and we're willing to try other classes just because it's been really, really incredible. And so I just love the way that the teachers use things that the kids are interested in to teach things that the kids need to learn. And it's just really incredible. I really like that resource. And if you're a teacher and you're looking for something to make maybe some extra side money, I would definitely look into that. That is an incredible program. But aside from OutSchool and online learning, we also make an effort to do a lot of other things. And so I think you guys probably know we make a big effort anytime we're around a national park to go and do the national park, and then also do the ranger program where she gets to interact with the rangers there and she learns about history a lot of times, definitely science. It's a really cool experience for her to go and actually see things that she's read about. So that's another big thing. She also, we've started doing novel studies, she and I have, together, just because we both enjoy reading. And so it's just been an easy way for us to kind of add that as an extra thing too. She's done novel studies with teachers before, and so we just find all kinds of ways to learn. I really love especially given the nature of what we do for a living and being online and working remotely, I think her logging onto classes and having schedules with teachers and those kinds of things and having online classes mimic a lot of the world that we live in and work in. And so it's interesting to see her learning those skills and learning how to work together with people. She had a civics class that was really, really cool to watch and see how she would work with the other kids. And she's making friends and connecting with people all over the globe. It's really, really cool. So that's what we do for school. It is a lot. People ask us that too. However, it's a lot at home too. I mean, when we were at home and our particular school, there was a 45-minute one-way commute for her to go, which we don't have now. She literally crawls out of bed and goes and does her class. But it's a lot to manage, but it's something that we feel is important, and we also feel like it gives us a lot of time together as a family, and we enjoy what we're doing. And I ask her all the time if she wants to go back and try a brick and mortar school or do something different, and she looks at me like I'm crazy. Like, I think she realizes that this is a really cool experience to get to have. Hopefully the end goal for all of it is, one, that she has a great rounded education, and two, that she gets to a point where she really learns how to learn. That is one of the big pieces. Don't want her to learn for the sake of a test. I want her to learn how to learn, because then she can do just about anything. She can figure out anything and do whatever it is she wants to do in life. So that's kind of our core philosophy with education, and it's worked out well for us. It is not a solution for everyone. Totally get that. I'm not making commentary on any of that. I always hesitate to talk about our educational choices because it is such a personal decision, and people sometimes take that as a judgment on their own self, and or their own situations, and that's totally not it. I grew up in the public schools, and I feel like Mikey did too, and I feel like we turned out just fine. I'm just sharing what we're doing because so many people ask us all the time and kind of are a little confused how it all works. But that's how it works for us. And even though this year is a little bit different than what we've done in the past, I'm so pleased with what we ended up with. Actually, it turned out way better than I expected it to, because I was kind of thrown for a loop when our regular thing that we regularly do was kind of jerked out from under us. But I will say that's kind of like a life thing. It's when things get turned upside down. A lot of times that gives us an opportunity to maybe even figure something better out, and that's definitely what happened for us. Well, this fire is about to smoke me out, so I am going to shut the camera off and get some work done. Well, I think we're gonna leave the vlog at that. We got all of our recipes taped for the week, and so now just gotta write a lot of blog posts and keep on working. Over the holidays, I'm not gonna have as many recipes as we are gonna have more discussion videos, because one, with me doing holiday cooking and everything else, the kitchen is going to be a little busy. And two, hopefully we're going to have some family visiting at one point, and so it's just easier to kind of take that way. But I think we may still do the vlog. We'll see how it goes and kind of give you a heads up. If there are certain topics that you guys think we should talk about in discussion like videos. Like recently we did, you know, what slow cookers we use the most. I think we're going to maybe do a Foodie Friday for electric pressure cooker or foodie newbies, people who are new to those, some tips like that. If there's some kind of tips and tricks you would like to hear more about, I'd love to hear it below. I know a few of you have been asking about the recipe box on the website, and we do have plans to cover that in the new year. I'm just waiting for a few things to get changed on the website before I do that, because I want it to be the way that it's going to look for you before I tape the video, and I also want it to be as user-friendly as possible. So I have heard you guys, a lot of you have asked me for that, for the shopping list and how to make your list in the recipe box and how to use it more effectively, and that's one of the big projects we want to hit at the beginning of the year. I just haven't, I have to wait for certain things to get done before we can do it. So that's definitely one of those discussion kind of topics. But if there's something else on the website or on the channel that you guys would like us to cover about slow cookers, electric pressure cookers, air fryers, all of that, just let me know down below. We'll see if we can work it in. But with that, I'm going to close out with one of Mikey's songs, and we'll see you next week. Santa is singing outside my door.
What are you doing?
Recording you.
I didn't say I'd want to be recorded.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the page